rolling into another year with type 1 diabetes. This year will mark 27 years of my life with Ichigata Tonyobyo. And as I approach the actual day in which I was diagnosed, the anniversary of my diabetes diagnosis, it's a good time, I feel, to reflect on what has changed over the years since my diagnosis. 3 things stick out to me as the major things that have dramatically changed over the time since I've had type 1 diabetes. The first of which is something that we all use every day and we've all likely seen a bit of change in even over the last 5 years, and that is the type of technology we have access to manage our blood sugar levels. It might be continuous glucose monitoring, an insulin pump, or even the types of insulins we use. The developments in technology have really helped us enable more life out of our lives with type 1 diabetes. They make most of our lives much easier, giving us more tools to manage our blood sugar levels and giving us more insight into how our bodies respond to different situations in life. Another huge change over my life with type 1 diabetes is the amount of exposure we have to role models with type 1 diabetes. Nowadays, I can look at musicians, athletes, pop stars, politicians, authors, academics, pilots even. There's all these cool things that people are doing in life despite the challenge of type 1 diabetes. And being able to both see and hear about their stories of dealing with Ichigata Tonyobyo, I find it really inspiring, and I think everyone else can also find it inspiring to see what other people with the same challenges we have in life are able to achieve in spite of their challenge. Number 3 is, I think, the most important thing in life with type 1 diabetes. It's been a constant for my life for this past 27 years, and I think it's something that everyone can get involved in and everyone can make the most of with type 1 diabetes, and that is the aspect of community. Recently, I did some presentations in Singapore where I got to meet a community group called type1.sg, who run both online and in-person support programs for people that are both recently diagnosed or have been living with type 1 diabetes for a long time. And the asset that we are to each other as people with type 1 diabetes, I think is the most important tool we can have in our toolkit for both dealing with diabetes on a day-to-day basis and being able to draw inspiration for what we might be able to achieve with type 1 diabetes in the future. Community groups exist across the world at different levels. I know we have some cool ones in Japan. Definitely, I've been very lucky to be a part of some really amazing groups in Australia. But these community groups, if you can't get involved with one, maybe you can start thinking about instigating or initiating your own community group. Nothing inspirational or nothing worthwhile has ever been achieved alone. The support of groups, community, family, friends, other people is really the most important key to success in life with type 1 diabetes. Without the support of community groups, I wouldn't be able to achieve my dream to be a professional bike rider or do any of the other cool things I've been grateful to be able to do in life, include get married and become a father. So the 3 most important things that I've come to appreciate over my 27 years with type 1 diabetes is, number 1, technology, really cool, make the most of it. Number 2, role models, seek them out. Whatever you want to pursue, there's someone who's done it and been able to achieve success despite type 1 diabetes. And number 3, the most important, the community groups. If you don't have a community group, maybe think about trying to start one or ask your healthcare providers about what's the best way you can get in touch with the diabetes community in your area.